Welcome to the Daily Fantasy 5 for this Monday, May 13th. This is episode 83, and we are bringing you the 5 things you need to know every day in the world of fantasy sports. Today, that includes a lot of baseball news, some confirmation in the NFL, and we'll talk briefly about the NBA playoffs. First, let's take a word from our sponsor, www.mathradio.com, where you can pick up an online math course for as little as $9.99 to help your child ages 7 through 17 do better in math class and even get into college if you are so lucky. Go to mathradio.com to pick up a lifetime subscription to your online math course. That's $9.99, a one-time payment to help your child get better grades and make your life at home easier by lessening the load during homework time. So go to www.mathradio.com to become the hero of your household today. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start and talking about King Felix. Felix Hernandez is going to the injured list after getting rocked by the Red Sox. He apparently has a strained shoulder, or so he says. He is 1-4 this year with a 6.52 ERA. That is a big contract that is not being lived up to. Shocking that a starting pitcher would not live up to his massive contract. I know. All right, story number 2 is out of the New York Yankees. Aaron Hicks is set to return today. He will be in the lineup for the New York Yankees. Last year, he hit 27 home runs, so that should be some power that is desperately needed by the Yankees. Hopefully, he will come back and be on fire to start the year. Okay, let's switch over to the NFL before we give you our hitter and pitcher of the day. A story we reported, I think, last week, at the end of last week, was that Doug Baldwin would be retiring. He seemed to confirm that on Sunday, sending out some quasi-cryptic tweets that's saying that he is going to retire. So with the injury and being cut by Seattle, it seems like he is done. We will miss him. He was a great fantasy player. Okay, moving on, we are going to go ahead and give you our hitter of the day. We are going to reach to the Cleveland Indians and Kevin Plawecki. He is a $2,000 cost player today, and he is a first baseman catcher eligible player. All right, he is coming off of rest. And what does that mean? Well, every time he's taken a day off and come back this year, he has at least one hit. So I like that trend going forward. Let's start him today at only $2,000. You can plug him in at catcher or at first base, whatever you want. It's a cheap spot for hopefully some production. All right, from Kevin Plawecki. All right, let's talk about Cleveland for a little bit more. We'll have a bonus player for you. A guy I like for standard leagues, not so much for today's game specifically, is Leonis Martin. So he was on an 8 for 52 slump before the last 4 games, where he is 6 for 15 with a home run, 3 RBIs, and a stolen base in his last 4. So I like him going forward. If you do have an open roster spot, go ahead and pick him up. I think he is in for a nice stretch of games going forward. Okay, our pitcher of the day is going to be Yusei Kikuchi. His last 2 starts, he only allowed 1 run in each game. He also has a lot of strikeout upside, where he has had 10 strikeouts on May 3rd. So this seems like a game where he is going to thrive against the Detroit Tigers. Let's see what else here. He only has a cost of $7,900. He is the 8th highest player on FanDuel. So I think with that upside of having the strikeouts monitored or paired with his low run given up ability, that doesn't sound like a word to me. The Seattle starter sounds like a starter to me. Again, this year he's 2-1 with a 3.54 ERA, 38 strikeouts for 10 walks, and a 1.06 WHIP. I like it. Give him to me against the Tigers tonight. All right, that's it for the Daily Fantasy 5 today. Tomorrow we'll be back with a regular scheduled program. On Wednesday, we're going to do the AF. You can subscribe to the show if you're watching on YouTube. If you are on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. Check out our sponsor at www.mathradio.com, and we will love to see you back here tomorrow. All right, that's it for today, folks. Bye for now.